This place was an open air space. It was a courtyard. And so converting this space to become a comfortable waiting area was very important, because it's the first thing you see when you walk into the building. And through different brainstorming sessions with the client, we already had an idea, because as a designer at the time, I was already thinking along those lines, how to bring nature into interiors, how to bring nature into architecture. That was something that we were already thinking about, and she knew that I was thinking in those lines. So we're thinking, the first thing that came to my mind was, it definitely cannot be closed. Like, it definitely cannot be opaque. Whatever we put here has to in some ways bring in some parts of nature. We can't close it off and this whole place will just be dark. But right now, even if the lights are off, they can still function here during the day, because we selected this damper-on material, and we actually have a double layer of it to reduce the rays of the sun. But nonetheless, we put something that is translucent, that allows a bit of natural lighting to come in and filter around the space. So another thing we did to ensure that we have not just lighting but also ventilation was to elevate it above the roof level. So right now the damper is elevated about 450 millimeters above the roof level, and we put steel bars round its perimeter such that air can come in through the front door and then hot air can rise and escape through those holes, keeping this space consistently ventilated, at least during the work day. And when I came in today, like, the fans were not on, and that was interesting. Like, wow. So sometimes it gets that comfortable that they don't even need the fans.
You hardly see anybody complaining of, I'm feeling heat, I'm feeling cold. Like, this place is well ventilated, very, very well ventilated, even in the dry season. Yes. You can't see people like, I'm feeling heat. Like, when you go to some places, you see them using maybe paper or something. No. You can't see that kind of thing here. They're always feeling relaxed. Even you look now, you see them still relaxed, waiting to be seen by the doctor. Sometimes we get to hear some of them will tell us, say, where is your AC? I want to off it. Where's your AC? Yes. Where is your AC? I want to off this AC. They're like, there's no AC in the hall now. They say, no, please show me the switch. Let me off the AC. I don't like it. Because the place is well ventilated. Yes.
Sustainability extended beyond design to energy. We worked with a solar energy engineering team to install a full solar system powering the entire facility. Today, the hospital runs completely off-grid, saving millions in energy costs.
So the system at TESH is a 15 kVA inverter system with a 25 kilowatts peak solar system setup and a 30 kilowatt hour battery setup. It was designed with optimization in mind to perform at close to 100% efficiency. The solar system at TESH is an off-grid system standalone in the sense that it performs independently of the national grid supply. It receives its power energy directly from sunlight, the solar panels, and it charges the battery, then supplies load directly from the battery. What we installed was a smart automatic system where the solar system can decide when it sees fit to switch over to priority load. At a 40% battery charge state to 100% battery charge state, the system is supplying power to every load in the hospital. But once it goes below 40% of battery charge, it prioritizes loads. The priority loads are the medical equipment and the lighting points, because these are like core loads that are required for the hospital to keep performing.
Many people just took after us, We just be here and you see somebody walking and say, why is it that they don't need to take lights here? Why do people have lights 24/7? Why? And you tell them that, no, we are not using electricity. This is solar system. They say, what? You mean all the machines you have here, all the equipment, this can carry it like comfortably like this? When you tell them, say, yeah, they're like, wow, this is amazing. And I know that many of them that have big business like that, they have learned that they just need to power the place with the solar system. So, and on our own parts, it saves a lot, because I cannot really imagine us using NEPA. The view, the disappointments, as in maybe we are operating and NEPA just took lights, that kind of thing. So, but we having our own source of lights, we don't used to be afraid, scared that they may take the light to do quick, we just feel relaxed and do whatever we are doing. It's really amazing. If we are actually using electricity, believe me, we won't be able to be using many bulbs here. We'll be looking at the expenses, but because of we are just using solar system, everywhere is beautiful bulbs and all that, and it makes the place look more beautiful.
I thought that what we are having here is purely electricity from the national grid, that when there is no light, that they have solar system. So that is what I was saying. And so if it's running on its own wood, that is marvelous. And this is one of the things we are working on, researching, so that we see if we can help ourselves as far as generating power is concerned. Very, very important.
The system produces averagely 100 kilowatts hour. So it generates 100 kilowatts hour of power daily, and it consumes around 50 to 60 kilowatts hour daily. So the way the system was designed was it produces more power that is required at that instant, so that it can both charge the battery and supply to the loads during the daytime. The hospital has a very peculiar architecture. It has a clear, transparent roof. Then it was designed to allow natural ventilation, airflow. And the thing with solar systems is it's power electronics, power systems. These things generate heat. Heat affects the functionality, efficiency of the system. So the hospital has very clean natural ventilation, and this has brought down thermal load on the system by 20%. Also the lights. So because the roof is a transparent roof, the amount of lighting points we needed to install reduced, thereby reducing the amount of loads that is on the system. So we're looking at the lifespan of between 10 to 15 years before you need to replace your batteries. Since the installation, we've had about 95% of uptime. Now during these periods, you hardly use diesel. The only time diesel comes into play is when you have very bad weather conditions. We're looking at diesel reductions of like 90 to 95%. The solar system we installed saves about 32 tons of CO2 emission annually.
I cannot even quantify it, the cost benefits. I know how much bills, EDDC bills is to families, not to talk of organization like this. If we are to check our bills from that 2020 till date, it will be running in millions.
We're looking at cost reductions of about 8 million naira annually for the hospital. A hospital is a very critical infrastructure because emergencies can occur at any given time, and you need to have electricity supply to power your medical equipment.
Initially, one had plans to put solar there, inverters and solar there, because in Tesh Enugu, we also had inverters and solar, which we're using together with the national grid. So that was then the plan. But then when it came for us to connect to the national grid, there were so many outstanding bills in the building, and all efforts to get them waived because we didn't accumulate the bills. The electric corporation were resistant. So we said, why bother anyway? The capacity of the solar and, so the architect and the inverter company said, but you can actually run this on this, what you have. And we said, So anyway, we started hoping that the national grid one will be sorted out. But then it wasn't sorted out. And we kept going on. And we kept going on. 1 year passed. And then 2. And then 3. And then up to 5 years. We were running on that solar and inverter. So initially, it wasn't, we didn't say, no, we didn't want, but we now saw that, we could do it without the national, being connected to the national grid. And it was just great.
Tesh Nsukka is proof that sustainability works. A hospital cooled by design and powered by the sun, standing independent of the grid. A reminder that Nigeria's future won't appear on its own. We will design it.